I swear I didn't believe it at first. No one did. How could you? A young girl, trembling in the middle of the bustling market with everyone shouting at her. Her stepmother's voice sliced through the noise, sharp and unforgiving. She took it. I saw her with my own eyes. Gasps rippled through the crowd. The market froze for a second before erupting in whispers and stares. I was peeling oranges at my fruit stall, minding my business like always. I'd seen the stepmother and her stepdaughter plenty of times before. The girl was quiet, almost invisible, always a few steps behind her stepmother, carrying the heavy bags, eyes downcast. But this was different. Let me tell you exactly how it all unfolded. By the end of it, no one doubted the truth. Please do not forget to subscribe and turn on your notification button for more intriguing and fascinating stories from us. That morning started like any other. The sun barely kissed the sky, but the market was already buzzing. Vendors unpacked crates, customers haggled, and the smell of roasted maize and fresh bread filled the air. I had just finished arranging my mangoes when I saw them walk in. The stepmother marched ahead, chin high like she was royalty. The girl trailed behind, small and weary, arms burdened with bags. She looked exhausted, even though the day had just begun. I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. The stepmother kept glancing over her shoulder, watching the girl too closely. I thought maybe she was keeping an eye on the bags, but something about the way she looked unsettled me. It was like she was waiting for something. They went from stall to stall, buying spices, vegetables, and fabric, nothing out of the ordinary, until they reached the jewelry store. The vendor was flashy as usual. Gold bangles and glittering necklaces covered the table, catching the sunlight just right. The stepmother was in her element, chatting loudly, trying on bracelets. Her stepdaughter just stood there, eyes lowered, still holding the bags. Then it happened. A small red leather purse sat on the table. The vendor stepped away for a moment to help another customer. I didn't see who took it. No one did. 1 minute the purse was there, the next it was gone. The stepmother pounced. "Where's the purse?" she demanded, loud enough for half the market to hear. The vendor turned confused. "What purse?" She pointed, finger trembling with accusation. "Eh, I saw her slip it into the bag." The crowd shifted. Heads turned. The girl's face went pale. I didn't take anything," she stammered, barely audible over the growing murmurs. "Check the bag," the stepmother insisted, glaring at her. The vendor hesitated. No one wanted to humiliate the girl publicly, but the stepmother wasn't letting go. "If you didn't take it, then open the bag. Unless you have something to hide." The girl's hand shook as she unzipped the bag. There it was, the red purse. Gas whispers. "Thief," someone muttered. The vendor snatched the purse. "You should be ashamed of yourself." I saw the girl swallow hard, eyes darting desperately for help. No one moved, not even me. Shame on all of us. But then something unexpected happened. From the electronics store, a man raised his hand. "Hold on," he said, stepping forward. "I think we should check something first." The stepmother frowned. "What for?" "The purse is right there. You all saw it." The man shook his head. "I set up a security camera last week. It covers this side of the market. Let me check the footage." The stepmother's face shifted. "That's unnecessary. I know what I saw." But no one listened to her anymore. The vendor hurried over to check the footage. The market, once noisy, was now eerily silent. Minutes later, he returned, shaking his head. "It wasn't her," he said, raising his phone for all to see. "The camera caught it. Someone else took the purse and slipped it into her bag. Everyone watched the footage, and sure enough, another woman, a stranger, was the real thief. She vanished into the crowd just after planting the purse. The stepmother went pale. That's, that's not possible. But the evidence was right there. Whispers turned into judgmental glares. She set her up. The girl's head hung low. She didn't cry. She didn't say a word. That was the last time the stepmother brought her to the market. Word spread fast. She couldn't strut through the stalls anymore without people staring. But the story doesn't end there. A few weeks later, I saw the girl again, alone this time. She walked slowly past the stalls, hesitant, as if she didn't belong. I called out to her. She stopped but didn't say much. I handed her a bag of ripe mangoes. You didn't deserve that, I told her. What happened wasn't right. She gave me a small smile. As fate would have it, the vendor who checked the camera that day offered her a job at his store. Said he needed someone reliable, a person who knows what it means to be honest when no one believes them. The stepmother. People say she left town, humiliated by the shame. Some say she was confronted by family. Others think she left willingly, unable to live down the disgrace. But the girl, she tried. She worked hard at the market, saved up, and caught the attention of a local teacher who helped her get a scholarship to finish school. Last I heard, she was studying business at the university. Lies crumble. Honesty prevails. If you enjoyed this story, hit that subscribe button and let me know if you've ever witnessed something like this. Sometimes all it takes is one moment to change someone's life.